Welcome to Void Realities, a place where restless thoughts can soften and sleepless nights can find calm. Tonight, we journey into the quiet rhythm of the universe, where nothing is ever truly still. Energy flows through every breath, every heartbeat, every star above you, reminding us that life is carried forward in endless motion. So let your body rest, let your mind drift, and allow these words to guide you into peaceful sleep. As we explore the story of energy, why nothing ever stops. Energy. Why nothing ever stops. The night sky seems still when you look up. Stars sparkle in their ancient places, and the moon glows quietly, like a lantern hanging above the sleeping earth. Yet, if you could wait long enough, you would see that nothing here is fixed. The stars drift slowly across the heavens. Galaxies spin with vast arms unfolding like cosmic spirals. Even the moon, faithful and familiar, is on a gentle journey, circling, tugged, and held by the pull of Earth's embrace. What seems still is only still to your eyes. Beneath the surface of every silence, there is motion. Every particle, every atom, every mote of dust vibrates with a quiet rhythm. Even in the coldest corners of the cosmos, where no starlight shines, energy hums faintly, like the afterglow of an ancient fire that has never gone out. You breathe slowly now. As your chest rises and falls, you notice that you too are part of this endless movement. Your lungs expand, drawing in oxygen that was once part of the leaves of trees, once carried by winds across oceans, once born in the furnace of star. With every breath, you inherit the restless story of the universe. Energy is not a thing you can hold in your hands. It is not an object that you can weigh or measure with your eyes. Instead, it is a presence, a flow, a gentle whisper of change. It appears in motion, in warmth, in light. It is the bridge between what was and what will be. It is the reason that nothing truly stops. If you place a pebble in your palm and imagine it motionless, you might think it is at rest. But even this pebble hides secrets. Its atoms vibrate, their electrons darting in endless orbits. Inside, the nucleus holds particles bound by the strongest forces known, a silent storm of activity too fast and too small for your senses to catch. Stillness, you realize, is only an illusion. You think of the oceans, tides rising and falling under the moon's pull. Waves crash and retreat again and again, a heartbeat of water upon the shore. The same cycles echo inside your own body. Your pulse, your breath, the rhythms that carry you quietly through the night. Energy threads through these patterns, weaving them into a single tapestry of movement. Close your eyes, and you can almost hear it. The hum of electricity in distant wires, the soft rustle of leaves stirred by wind, the pulse of your own heartbeat echoing in your chest. These are not separate things, but expressions of the same truth. Energy flows everywhere, unceasingly, endlessly. You may wonder then, if energy is always present, where did it begin? Science tells us that all the energy in the universe was born in a single moment, the birth of space and time itself. The Big Bang was not simply the creation of stars and planets, but the release of the energy that continues to animate everything. Every flicker of light, every gentle breeze, every beat of your heart is a continuation of that moment. Energy cannot be destroyed. It only changes form. The warmth of sunlight on your skin turns into the gentle motion of molecules inside you. The food you eat, once sunlight stored in leaves, becomes your strength, your movement, your thought. A candle burns, its wax transformed into heat, light, and smoke. Nothing is lost. Nothing ends. Everything continues, reshaped. Even as you rest here, wrapped in the quiet of night, your body hums with its own transformations. Cells repair, tiny signals flash between neurons, and your heart tirelessly sends blood through your veins. You may feel still, but within you, Countless movements weave together to sustain your life. You are a constellation of energies, shifting in harmony with the larger universe. Consider this. When a star explodes in a distant galaxy, the light that bursts forth may travel for millions of years. One evening, it may touch your eye as you gaze upward. That moment is a meeting of histories, the star's long journey and your quiet wonder. Energy, born in fire, arrives to whisper in your present. And so, the universe never truly rests. Even as you drift toward sleep, you are carried along in its motion. The earth spins beneath you, carrying you through the night. The sun, unseen now, still pours its energy outward across the solar system. The galaxy itself turns slowly, a wheel of countless stars in motion. You are part of this restless universe. Your stillness is only an illusion, for you move with everything around you. Energy whispers through your breath, your heartbeat, your thoughts. It reminds you gently, nothing ever stops. As you exhale, you let go of the day, and as you inhale, you join again the endless rhythm. Tomorrow you may walk, speak, think, but even here, in rest, you are still in motion. The whisper of the universe accompanies you always. And as the night deepens, you begin to wonder, if nothing stops, then how does energy travel through you and beyond, shaping the motion of life itself? You notice your chest rising and falling, steady, like waves returning again and again to the shore. The act feels so ordinary that you hardly give it thought. Yet in every breath lies a story of energy moving in quiet rhythm, sustaining you with each inhale and exhale. Air flows into your lungs, carrying oxygen, a gas once shaped by forests, by plankton in the sea, by the green leaves that lean toward sunlight. As you breathe in, these tiny molecules slip into your blood, where they bind with the hemoglobin, traveling like passengers on a train through hidden rivers. With each beat of your heart, they journey into every corner of your body, feeding cells with the energy they need to keep you alive. It is easy to forget that this simple act is motion. It is exchange, a flow. Breath does not stop when you sleep, or when you sit still in silence. Like tides responding to the moon, your lungs move in and out with faithful rhythm, a reminder that life is energy in constant circulation. Close your eyes, and you might imagine the air you breathe tracing its history. Each molecule of oxygen once drifted through ancient forests, brushed against mountain peaks, or swirled over wide oceans. Some may have passed through the lungs of animals long before you, even through the breath of people who lived centuries ago. Breath is not yours alone. It is part of a vast cycle, shared and reshaped across time. Your heart joins in this rhythm. It beats more than 100,000 times each day, never resting, never truly pausing. With each contraction, energy moves blood through branching vessels, delivering oxygen, carrying away carbon dioxide, maintaining the delicate balance of life. Even when you are still, your heart is in motion, faithful and ceaseless. The food you eat, too, becomes part of this flowing story. Sunlight, captured by plants through photosynthesis, is stored as sugars and starches. When you take in a bite of bread or fruit, your body begins its quiet alchemy. Enzymes break down the food, releasing glucose, a simple sugar that enters your blood. Inside your cells, tiny powerhouses called mitochondria take this sugar and, with the oxygen you breathe, transform it into energy, adenosine triphosphate, or ATP. This is the currency of life, the fuel that powers every motion, the blink of your eye, the turn of your head, the spark of a thought. This process is so seamless, so quiet, that you rarely notice it. Yet within you, at this very moment, billions of reactions are taking place, tiny exchanges of energy happening faster than you can imagine. They keep your body warm, your mind awake, your breath flowing. Without them, silence would not just be stillness, it would be an end. You might think of energy as a flame, flickering and consuming. But in truth, the energy of life is more like a tide, an ebb and flow, a constant cycle of transformation. Nothing is lost. The energy from the sun, stored in plants, passes into you. You breathe, you move, you live, and in turn, you exhale carbon dioxide, which plants take back, weaving sunlight into matter again. You are part of this circle, inseparable from the world around you. Sit quietly and notice. Even in stillness, your body hums with motion. Your blood flows, your cells fire signals, your breath rises and falls. You may feel like you are resting, but inside, you are a symphony of energies. Every note plays its part, harmonizing in a rhythm older than you, older than humanity, as old as life itself. And this rhythm is never solitary. Around you, countless creatures breathe as you do. Insects draw air through tiny spiracles. Birds expand their lungs with swift efficiency. Trees exchange gases through their leaves. Across Earth, breath is shared, exchanged, repeated. It is one of the most profound reminders that energy connects all living things. When you walk tomorrow, when you speak, when you laugh, you will continue to feel the breath of motion guiding you. But even in the quiet of this night, lying still, you are never separate from it. The rhythm holds you, carries you, reminds you that energy does not sleep. You may wonder, as you drift deeper into calm, what about warmth? How does the energy of heat, so ordinary and familiar, weave itself into this ceaseless story? You wrap your hands around a warm cup of tea. The steam curls upward, fading gently into the cool air of the room. You may think of this warmth as disappearing, vanishing into nothing, but in truth, it never leaves. Energy does not dissolve. It only moves, quietly, invisibly, from one place to another. Heat flows from the cup into your palms, a gentle gift of comfort. Some of it slips away into the air, warming molecules that were once still, sending them drifting faster, farther apart. The warmth you feel is not created in this moment. It is borrowed, passed along, transformed. This is how energy hides in the ordinary. A candle's flame flickers, and the wax slowly vanishes. Yet it is not gone. The molecules of wax break apart, their energy released as light that dances across the walls, and as heat that seeps into the surrounding air. Even the smoke, curling upward, carries with it the story of transformation. Everywhere, this quiet exchange is happening. The ground absorbs sunlight in the day, holding it in its soil and stones, then releases it slowly back into the night sky. Your body, too, radiates warmth, shedding the excess energy you no longer need. Place your hand just above your skin, and though you cannot see it, heat is leaving you, a soft halo of energy slipping into the world around you. What is heat? It is not a substance, not something that can be poured or gathered. Instead, it is the motion of countless tiny particles, moving, colliding, dancing. The faster they move, the warmer they feel. When you warm your hands by a fire, what you are really sensing is the accelerated motion of molecules inside you, sparked by the energy of the flame. Consider water on a stove. As it warms, the molecules within begin to vibrate more quickly, bumping into one another with growing urgency. Soon, they slip free, rising as a vapor, their energy now carried into the air. This simple act of boiling water is part of the same story as the glowing heart of the sun, energy shifting, moving, never ceasing. Even when you feel cold, energy is present. Cold is not the absence of energy, but the slower motion of molecules, the gentler hum of particles that move more reluctantly. The chill of a winter morning is simply the world moving at a calmer pace. Yet even there, energy is not gone. It waits, quiet, steady, ready to flow again. You might think of the second law of thermodynamics, though in gentle terms. Heat always flows from warmer to cooler, like water seeking a lower level. It is the universe's way of evening out differences, of creating balance. The warmth of your tea seeks the cooler air. The heat of your body escapes into the night around you. Energy moves toward harmony, never stopping until balance is found. And yet, balance is never permanent. The sun rises again, sending warmth into the earth. You breathe, eat, move, and create heat once more. The exchanges continue endlessly, cycles within cycles, flows within flows. Think of the warmth stored in wood. Long ago, sunlight fell upon leaves, filling them with energy through photosynthesis. That energy, captured and preserved, hardened into wood over the years. When you light a fire, the stored sunlight is released, returning as heat and light, spreading again into the world. Energy that once nourished a leaf now warms your hands. You are, in every way, surrounded by the echoes of heat exchanges. From the warmth of a sleeping animal beside you to the faint heat radiating from electronics in the room, everything is in motion, everything is sharing. Nothing keeps its energy forever. It always flows outward, onward. This is why you never truly sit in stillness. Even now, as you rest, your body radiates warmth into the room, and the room gives some back. The walls absorb heat, the air circulates it, and the balance shifts and reshapes. You are not separate from this exchange. You are part of it, woven into the fabric of giving and receiving. If you listen closely enough, perhaps you can imagine this flow as a soft conversation. Molecules bumping, energy passing, a quiet murmur of movement. The warmth of your tea speaks to the air whispers to your skin, and your body joins in, a chorus of energy and endless dialogue. Nothing is wasted, nothing is lost. Heat does not vanish into nothingness, it simply moves to another place, another form. The warmth of the day becomes the coolness of night, only to rise again. The flame of the candle becomes memory in the air, drifting endlessly outward. And so you begin to see, even the smallest comforts, the gentlest warmth are part of a vast and ancient rhythm. Energy does not rest. It does not stop. It only changes partners in a dance that has no end. As you feel your own warmth settling into the quiet around you, you may begin to wonder, what of light itself? That swift traveler born of energy. How does it carry the story forward without ever pausing? When you close your eyes, you may still sense light. Behind your eyelids, faint patterns shimmer, the residue of brightness lingering in your vision. Light is everywhere, spilling across your day, fading softly at night, and yet it never pauses. From the instant it is born, light is in motion, restless, constant, unending. Imagine the sun, hidden now on the far side of Earth. Deep within its fiery core, atoms collide in nuclear fusion, releasing energy as radiant light. That light pushes outward, escaping layers of plasma, taking tens of thousands of years to reach the surface. And then, in an instant, it leaps into space, traveling at 186,000 miles per second, carrying warmth and brightness across 93 million miles until it brushes the skin of your face. It is humbling to think that the sunlight you feel this morning began its journey long before human history was written, before entire civilizations rose and fell. What seems immediate is part of a story stretched across millennia. Yet when it arrives, it feels so present, so intimate, as though the universe has leaned down to touch you directly. Light is energy in its purest form, an electromagnetic wave, both particle and wave, carrying information across space. It is how you see, how you know the shape of the world. When light touches your eyes, it strikes tiny cells in your retina, sparking electrical signals that your brain translates into images. The glow of a candle, the color of leaves, the stars scattered across the night sky, all of these are messages carried to you by light's unbroken motion. Think of starlight. Many of the points you see overhead have been traveling for hundreds, thousands, even millions of years. Some may have begun their journey before human beings even existed. Tonight, you witness them, perhaps for the first and last time, because some stars have already burned out. Their light continues, indifferent to endings, a traveler with no need for rest. There is a quiet poetry in knowing that light never stops. Unlike a stone that falls and rests upon the ground, or heat that spreads and dissipates into balance, light keeps moving. Unless it meets an obstacle, it carries on endlessly across galaxies through emptiness, reaching farther than imagination can stretch. You live within this stream of light. Plants capture it, weaving it into sugars that become food. The energy of light, stored and transformed, becomes the beating of your heart, the warmth of your body, the thoughts in your mind. Every living thing depends on the unbroken journey of photons, messengers born in fire, endlessly traveling. Even the light of fireflies in summer or the glow of a street lamp at night joins this same truth. Each flicker is energy released, transformed into a visible wave, rushing outward at unthinkable speed. You see it for a moment, but its journey continues long after, fading beyond the horizon of your sight. Light also reveals the nature of time. Because it moves at a finite speed, what you see is always the past. The sun you glimpse is 8 minutes old by the time it touches your eye. The nearest star sends its light across 4 years of distance. Galaxies you notice in the dark sky may be millions of years gone. Light tells you stories, but always with delay, always with the memory of where it once was. Close your eyes again and imagine. Light rushing across the vacuum of space, a traveler untouched by weariness. Unlike you, it does not tire, it does not slow, it does not sleep. It simply continues, carrying the imprints of stars, of fire, of every luminous spark that has ever existed. In a way, light is a comfort. It means that nothing beautiful is truly lost. The glow of a star, the flame of a candle, the warmth of the sun, they echo outward, carried forward in an endless journey. Somewhere, far across the universe, the first light of your childhood still travels, unbroken, a reminder of the moments you once lived. As you rest, you are bathed in light's gifts. Even now, moonlight, reflected sunlight softened into silver, slips through your window. It touches you gently, weaving its way into your dreams. You do not chase it. It comes to you, a companion that has journeyed vast distances to find you in your stillness. And so, you begin to see energy not only as motion and heat, but also as illumination, as the thread of vision itself. Light is how the universe speaks to you, how it tells you of its age, its vastness, its beauty. It is the most faithful of travelers, never pausing, never stopping. As you drift deeper into quiet, you may begin to wonder, if light moves endlessly forward, how does balance remain? What holds the world steady? What prevents it from drifting apart? The answer lies in another form of energy, gravity's ceaseless pull, the hidden balance that keeps the world turning. Picture an apple falling gently from a tree. To your eyes, it is a simple act, ordinary and familiar. Yet in that quiet moment lies one of the universe's deepest truths, the pull of gravity, the steady balance between motion and energy. The apple falls not because it wishes to, but because space itself curves and draws it downward, guiding it to Earth. Gravity is not a force you can see or touch, yet it holds everything in place. It keeps the moon circling the Earth circling the sun, and the stars swirling in the arms of galaxies. Without it, motion would scatter wildly and balance would be lost. Energy would still flow, but without direction, without harmony. Close your eyes and imagine a pendulum, a weight swinging gently from side to side. At its highest point, it seems to pause, resting for a breath. Yet this pause is not stillness, but a moment of stored energy, potential waiting to be released. As it falls, the stored energy transforms into motion, into speed. At the bottom of its arc, it rushes forward, carrying the fullness of its movement. Then, as it rises again, motion transforms back into potential. Back and forth, endlessly, energy shifts from one form to another, never disappearing, only changing its expression. This is the hidden balance of the world. Energy exchanging places, gravity guiding its path, motion flowing without end. You feel it each time you take a step. As your foot rises, you give energy to gravity, storing it in height. As your foot falls, gravity gives it back, pulling you downward. Walking is not a break in balance, but a conversation between you and the earth. Even the oceans reveal this rhythm. The moon's gravity pulls at the water, lifting the tides, drawing them up and then releasing them back again. Twice each day, the oceans swell and sink, their surface moving as though breathing in time with the sky. This dance has continued for billions of years, a reminder that gravity's hand is always present, shaping motion with gentle persistence. Think of the earth itself. It spins steadily, carrying you through night and day. You may not feel this motion, but it is constant, ceaseless, balanced by the pull of the sun. Without this balance, Earth would drift away, lost in the emptiness of space. With it, seasons change, climates flow, and life thrives. Energy, shaped by gravity, sustains the planet you call home. Even your body depends on this balance. Stand still for a moment and notice how you subtly sway, adjusting with every breath. Muscles in your legs and back shift gently, countering gravity's pull. Without effort, you maintain equilibrium, energy flowing through you to keep you upright. Balance is not the absence of motion, it is motion in harmony. You might imagine balance as a scale, two sides equal and still. But in truth, balance is more like a conversation, a give and take that never ends. Gravity pulls, motion answers, and energy flows between them. This dialogue is everywhere, in the arc of a thrown ball, in the orbit of a planet, in the steady cycle of tides and seasons. The beauty of this balance is that it requires no command, no overseer. It is built into the fabric of the universe itself. Objects move, gravity guides, energy transforms, and the world holds steady. Even when chaos seems near, balance asserts itself, drawing things back into order. And yet, balance does not mean stillness. The earth spins, the moon circles, the stars drift. Everything moves, but everything remains held. This is the paradox of energy and gravity. Motion without rest, balance without end. As you reflect on this, you may notice how comforting it feels. The ground beneath you holds steady, the stars overhead remain in their courses, and the rhythms of day and night repeat without fail. This reliability is born of energy's constancy and gravity's quiet pull. You are safe within this balance, carried along by forces as old as the universe itself. But even here, within this harmony, energy continues its endless flow. What rises must fall, what moves must transform. Gravity holds the stage steady, but the play continues. You, too, are part of this act, swaying, breathing, moving, guided by forces beyond your control, yet gentle in their constancy. And as you breathe into this awareness, you may begin to wonder, if balance holds the world steady, what happens when the stage itself changes? When the universe expands, when galaxies drift, what becomes of the energy that threads through all things? The night deepens, and you rest in quiet stillness. Yet beyond the horizon of your sight, the universe itself is in motion. Galaxies drift farther apart, space stretches, and the very fabric of reality expands like a vast breath that has never ceased. Even here, in the silence of night, energy continues its journey, threading through every corner of existence. Imagine the universe at its beginning, A single burst, the Big Bang, releasing space, time, and energy in one radiant moment. That energy has never been lost. It flows still, reshaping itself into stars, into planets, into the warmth of your own body as you lie here. What began as fire continues now as breath, heartbeat, thought. You are living proof that nothing truly ends. It only transforms. The galaxies themselves are witnesses to this truth. The Andromeda galaxy, vast and radiant, drifts toward our own Milky Way, drawn by gravity's hand. In billions of years, they will merge, their stars weaving into new patterns, their light joining in a greater glow. Even at the grandest scale, energy moves, reshapes, continues. Nothing is still. Nothing is final. You may think of the cosmic microwave background, the faint afterglow of the universe's birth. Though invisible to your eyes, it surrounds you, a soft whisper of heat that has traveled across billions of years. Every particle of light in that background is a messenger, carrying the memory of creation itself. Even now it flows through you, a reminder that you are held in an unbroken stream of energy that began long before you. Closer to home, Earth too carries this story. Continents drift across its surface, mountains rise and wear away, oceans open and close. Though you cannot feel it beneath your feet, the ground is in motion, carried by the restless energy within Earth's core. Volcanoes erupt, rivers carve valleys, winds shape deserts. All are the echoes of energy seeking new form. You are not separate from these transformations. The air you breathe was once exhaled by ancient forests. The atoms in your bones were forged in stars long dead. The water in your blood may have once cycled through oceans older than human memory. Every part of you is woven from energy's endless transformations, a mosaic of movements that stretch across time. And this energy does not stop when you rest. Even in sleep, your body works quietly, repairing, restoring, sending signals through the nervous system, fueling the silent symphony of life within you. The warmth of your body radiates outward, joining the air, carried away into the night. You give energy back, even as you receive it. You are part of the unbroken exchange. Consider, too, the way energy shapes memory. The thoughts in your mind, the images of places and people you hold dear, are patterns of electrical signals firing in your brain. Each memory is energy arranged in delicate pathways. As you drift toward sleep, these pathways strengthen, weaving today's moments into the fabric of who you are. Even your dreams are currents of energy, flowing softly, creating images and stories in the dark. Nothing is wasted. Nothing is lost. The laughter of today becomes a memory tomorrow. The warmth of sunlight on your face becomes motion in your step. Even when life itself ends, the energy within the body returns to the earth, nourishing, transforming, continuing. This is the great promise of energy. It does not vanish. It only changes, echoing forward without end. When you gaze at the stars, you see light that began its journey millions of years ago. When you feel the warmth of the sun, you receive energy that traveled across space for 8 minutes to meet you. When you breathe, eat, or simply rest, you are moving energy onward, passing it into the next moment. You're not separate from this rhythm. You are one of its countless expressions. This truth can bring comfort. For if nothing stops, then you are never truly apart from the flow of the universe. Every breath you take connects you to forests, to oceans, to the stars themselves. Every heartbeat is part of a chain that stretches back to the dawn of time and forward into a future you cannot yet imagine. The echoes of forever surround you. They whisper in the warmth of your skin, in the starlight above, in the steady rhythm of your breath. Energy carries on, weaving endlessly through matter and motion, through silence and sound, through all that was and all that will be. And as you rest in this awareness, you find peace. The universe does not sleep, but you may, carried by its rhythm. The earth turns gently beneath you. The stars shine overhead, and the unseen flow of energy moves quietly through and around you. You are part of it, held within it, never apart from it. Tomorrow will bring new transformations. The sun will rise, plants will stretch toward its light, tides will move with the moon, and your body will awaken once more. Yet even tonight, in stillness, you are part of the endless story, energy flowing, never stopping, echoing into forever. The night is quiet now, and your body has settled into stillness. Yet within that stillness, you carry the truth you have discovered. Nothing ever stops. Energy flows through you, around you, beyond you, never lost, only changing form, only moving onward. You have followed its whispers across the universe, the gentle rhythm of your breath, the warmth of a flame, the endless journey of light, the balance of gravity, the expansion of galaxies. Each step revealed that stillness is never truly still. Motion is everywhere, patient and unbroken, and you are part of this unbroken story. Your breath joins the air, your warmth touches the room, your heartbeat continues the cycle of life. Even when you rest, you remain woven into the rhythm that has carried the universe from its birth. This thought need not be heavy. It is a comfort, a reminder that you are never separate, never alone. The same energy that stirs the stars also stirs your thoughts. The same flow that carries oceans also carries your breath. You belong to this vast, ceaseless harmony. As you drift deeper towards sleep, you can let go of the need to hold or control. The universe already moves without effort, carrying you with it. You need only rest, trusting that the flow will continue, steady and gentle. Your dreams, too, will be part of this journey, patterns of energy weaving stories in the quiet of your mind. They may fade by morning, yet even then, they will have left their mark, a soft echo in the fabric of who you are. So now you may release the day. Let your breath slow. Let your body soften. Let your thoughts dissolve like ripples returning to the sea. Energy will keep moving. The stars will keep shining. The earth will keep turning. And you, held within it all, may find peace in knowing that nothing truly stops.